Information about the region. Strzelce Krajeńskie and its surroundings are situated in the northern part of the Lubuskie province. In terms of touring, it is one of the most attractive areas in this part of the country. Due to its location on the boundary of Pomeranian highlands and the proglacial valley of the Noteć River, the area's topography varies significantly. The average height of the land varies between 26 and 129 meters above the sea level. The region's natural resources are vast forests, including parts of the Gorzów and the Drawa forests, with protected terrains of the Barlinecko-Gorzowski Landscape Park and the Drawieński National Park. The commune covers an area of 318 square kilometers and is inhabited by 18,000 people. It is a typically agricultural region with prosperous forest economy, well-developed trade and services, and developing metallurgical and shoe industries. The town Strzelce Krajeńskie is situated by the Lake Dolne and the Lake Górne, 76 meters above the sea level on the Road 22.
The town is the region's cultural, social and economical center.
Moreover, it is the seat of the most important municipal departments and organizations, such as the Strzelecko-Drezdenecki District Council. There is also a complex net of educational, cultural institutions and various non-governmental organizations. The town is inhabited by 11,000 residents. History. The interesting history of the contemporary town and its surroundings dates from 1700 to 700 BC, the Iron Age. The Great Slavs settled down in the area. The first fortified settlements here were built between the 7th and the 10th AD by the Pomeranian Slavs. One of them was probably a village called Strzelce. In 1260, a Brandenburg Margrave Conrad married a great Pole princess Constantia, whose dowry were the areas of the Santok district and the above-mentioned village Strzelce. A couple of years later, the Margrave built a strongly fortified town and named it Friedeburg. As a town, Strzelce was mentioned in a historical document in 1286 for the first time. The town's greatest development occurred in the 18th and the 19th century, when new factories and workshops were built, the trade and building prospered, and the number of residents increased rapidly. The pre-war Friedeburg was famous for its educational institutions. It was the seat of the regional museum. It also had its own printing house. The town was also the home of famous German artists, such as the painter Ludwig Noster, the artist Reinhold Bresler, the painter and graphic artist Anton Bartz, or the sculptor Max Dennert. All the above-mentioned artists have left great works to remember them by, but the output was thwarted by the Second World War and the short period of time afterwards. It was harmful for the town, as 80% of its buildings were destroyed. The historic monuments of Strzelce Krajeńskie. The town's most interesting monument are definitely the huge defense walls. They were built between 1272 and 1290. They are 1,640 meters long, 1 meter thick and 8 meters high in their best preserved parts, and surround the area of 24 hectares of the old town.
Along the walls there were 38 rectangular watching towers, 2 town gates, the Gorzowska Gate and the Młyńska Gate, and the prison keep, also called the Witch's Tower, dating from the 14th century.
Equally interesting is the well-preserved Gothic Mills Gate, also called Dresdenecka or the Eastern Gate. Another monumental building is the centrally located Gothic Basilica, erected in the 1290s. Ruined and burnt several times, the temple was re-erected in 1973. The other important monument is the Neo-Renaissance Town Hall, located along the market built in the second half of the 19th century. Next to the Młyńska Gate, there is a brick granary which dates from 1746.
Now there is a stylish restaurant inside called the Royal Granary.
The building is also the seat of the Strzelce Krajeńskie Cultural Society. What more, there is a former water pressure control tower, which is now the seat of the Łamek Culture Center, Lemko Tower. The tower was built in 1929. Moreover, there are numerous historic monuments in the commune, mostly churches and old manor farm buildings. A tourist may find them in surrounding villages: Brzoza, Bobrówko, Danków, Gardzko, Lubicz, Ogardy, Sopulsko and Tuczno. Education.
The contemporary Strzelce Krajeńskie is a busy town teeming with the lives of the youngest native residents.
There are numerous educational institutions working here, again after the town has been rebuilt from the destruction of war. A day nursery, kindergartens, a primary school, a grammar school, the comprehensive education school complex, the persistent education center, the special education center, the voluntary job training center, the state music school of the first level, and the branch of Gorzów Third Age University. What more, all the bigger villages have their own primary schools. The residents of Strzelce have had the opportunity to continue their education on the academic level since the branch of the Szczecin Academy of Agriculture was established here. Culture. The town's cultural activities are implemented by the Communal Culture Center with its library, a private art gallery Zielona, and 3 societies: the Strzelce Krajeńskie Cultural Society, the Music Society, and the Łamek Culture Center. The leading cultural event in the area has been the Shanties Festival Keja. It is held in the commune's most beautiful tourist spot, Długie. The festival takes place in the tourist and holiday center on Lake Lipia. Moreover, the Communal Culture Center also organizes many regular, occasional and jubilee artistic events. Equally interesting are actions led by the cultural societies. These institutions organize art exhibitions, concerts, music feasts, popularizing local culture and traditions. Numerous amateur and professional artists create their works within the confines of these institutions. Cultural events are also organized by the State Music School, which is the home of the Music Society. Regular concerts of the Poznań Philharmony take place in there. Moreover, the school educates a choir and a chamber orchestra. Sports. Sport has been an important field of the local life and the commune's promotion for many years. It is here in the Strzelce Krajeńskie branch of LKS Lubuskie where talented athletes have been taking their first steps, such as Paweł Czapiewski, the European and the World Championship medalist. The town has also been famous for the success of its disabled athletes: Daniel Woźniak, the European and the World Championship medalist, and Sydney Paralympic silver medalist. Our footballers, basketballers, gymnasts, boxers and table tennis players were also successful in the past. But the most popular sport in our town is cycling. The club LKS POM was the first in the career of excellent cross-country cyclists such as Edward Piech, Dariusz and Mariusz Gil brothers, World and European Championship medalists. Football is almost equally popular. The discipline has the town sport club Łucznik and village football clubs grouped in the LZS organization. Recreational sport activity has been led for a dozen or so years' time by the physical education popularizing society Baszta. The society organizes volleyball and tennis tournaments for amateur athletes from partner towns. Local authorities, in cooperation with clubs and non-governmental organizations, organize numerous highest-rank events. There are cross-country races, LZS Polish Championship, MTB Polish Championship, cross-country Polish Youth Olympics organized in Długie. What more, cross-country cycling Polish Championship as well as cycling, football, Polish and European INASFID Championship are held. The lubuskie department of PTSS Sprawni Razem, seated in Strzelce Krajeńskie, is the organizer of these events. Tourism. The land of Strzelce Krajeńskie is a perfect place for tourism. Its diversified topographic features, lakes and vast forests attract many water hiking and silence lovers. Other tourist attractions are walking, cycling and canoeing routes running through the region's most interesting areas. Other tourist attractions are walking, cycling and canoeing routes running through the region's most interesting areas, including nature reserves. Mass tourism is developing especially in Długie, where the Tourist and Holiday Center on the charming Lake Lipia is located. The spot offers a campground, the Wodnik Hotel and the Sports Educational Center managed by the Friar Christian's Gorzowskie Society of Neighbors Help. Lake Lipia in Długie is canoers and yachtsmen paradise. It is the beginning of the lubuskie Little Mazuria canoeing route. The route is a few dozen of kilometers long and leads from Lake Lipia through Lake Osiek to the Drava River. Danków is a village located in the Gorzów forest. It is a place that hunters, anglers and mushroom picking lovers especially enjoy. One can stay overnight at a private campground or two agri-tourist farms. Such farms are also available in Buszów and Strzelce Krajeńskie. Łucznik and Staropolski are the two hotels which offer their services to the town's visitors. Tourist routes and cycling tracks. Tourists visiting our region are offered numerous tourist routes and cycling tracks leading through the area's most attractive and picturesque nooks of the land of Strzelce.
The yellow route, cycling and hiking. Length 27 kilometers. The blue route, cycling and hiking. Length 18 kilometers. The red route, hiking. Length 20 kilometers. The Danków route, cycling track. Length 14.5 kilometers. Down the trail of nature reserves, cycling and hiking. Length 38 kilometers. Cycling track to Długie. Length 28 kilometers. Waldusiowy Bajzel canoeing route.
foreign cooperation. The commune of Strzelce Krajeńskie, as well as its institutions, cooperate regularly in various fields and domains, what has a positive effect on the process of integration. Partner contacts on the basis of official agreements have been maintained with the commune of Örebro, Denmark, and two German towns, Tornisch and Angermünde. Also, our little homeland connects the present and the former town and region's residents. Together with members of the former Friedeberg District Residence Society, Haus Brandenburg Society, and other organizations, both the authorities of Strzelce and the commune's institutions have implemented numerous projects on the fields of sport, culture, tourism, and education. Thanks to those contacts, it was possible to create the Trans-Border Tourism and Economy Support Center to serve the region's unemployed, graduates, and businessmen. Economy. The comprehensive and dynamic development of the community has been the highest priority with the Community Development Strategy. It assumes changing the community's character from typically agricultural into an agriculturally industrial one. Strzelce has been a town worth investing for many years, what was noticed by Belgian, Danish and German investors, whose financial resources already strengthened our enterprises. Some new ventures, mostly of shoe and metallurgical industries, have been established, the owners or shareholders of which come from Western Europe. These plants are Jako, Sanita, of shoe industry, Spartherm, Rofix, Almet, metallurgy. Apart from the above-mentioned companies, the biggest plants in the area are PPHU POM, Strzelce Dairy Cooperative, the branch of the Farm Dairy Cooperative in Radom, SSPS Świt, leather industry, and Drzemowo orcharding plant. All those plants have a significant contribution to decreasing the unemployment. The commune's authorities declare their openness to any offers and proposals concerning of the possible investors, offering them a wide range of exemptions and allowances connected with their ventures. The commune administers free areas which may be used for both industrial and tourist purposes. There are rich resources of mineral waters available, what creates a good base for a mineral and sparkling water production plant. The agricultural character of the commune, with vast areas of sugar beets, potatoes, vegetables, and rapes cultivation, makes a perfect initial point for establishing farms and food processing plants.